Welcome back to Music with Mr. Wright. It's February right now when this video is being filmed, and so it's in the middle of Black History Month, and I want to talk about an African-American guitarist named Chuck Berry. He's a world-famous guitarist, and we're going to get into a little bit of why today. But I do want to say that this is not Chuck Berry is not a guy he's not just a black artist. He is an artist. He is a music artist. And so we can talk about music from our African Americans all year long, not just in February. American music has been massively influenced by our African American community. And so really there is no division between music history in the United States and black music in the United States. Those things are intermingled, absolutely. And here, this is one of the great artists. Okay, Chuck Berry, what makes him unique? I think what makes him unique is that he was a songwriter of tremendous influence. He was a guitarist who revolutionized electric guitar playing in the United States. And so all the guitarists to follow were influenced by Chuck Berry. And third, he was a great showman on stage, and we're going to get into that and see a little bit today. I want to show you a little bit from a live performance from 1958. The quality of the video is not tremendous, but I think you'll see his moves. This song is called Johnny Be Good. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. And we'll stop there with that song. All right, next I want to play another clip. This is him in 1972, so this is actually, this would be 14 years later than the previous video. We're obviously in color now, and you're going to see, I paused the video on a move that he does. It's called the duck walk, and let's enjoy him doing a song called Roll Over Beethoven. Here we go. Enjoy Chuck Berry. All right.
Wonder.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, there you go. I thought you might enjoy some of his fun moves that he does. His slower songs, he also does a lot of tremendous ballads, and he's very amazing in those as well. Okay, last I want to get to an interview. This is somewhere in the, I'm going to say 1970s, I think it is. He's talking about how he got his famous move, the duck walk, where he bends his, he does that little hop as he plays. Here we go.
I didn't think of how it would be now.
That famous duck walk that you were doing there, where did that come from? Why?
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I used to like scoot under the table, and whenever company would come around, you know, well, my sisters or parents would tell me, go under the table, you know, and I'd do it, you know, it was like an entertainment for the family or aunts or whatever. And one time at the Paramount, it was, when I first did it, Brooklyn Paramount, I did it in the act on an instrumental and played my guitar, and I got a big ovation, so I coined it as one of the things I should do in the act. And since I've been doing it.
You just don't do it under tables anymore.
You're right.
Yeah. A lot of people might wonder, look at Chuck Berry.
All right. Oh, I have one more. Clip, and this is Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton, who is also a world famous guitarist. Eric Clapton, who was in some of the amazing bands of the 60s and 70s and even into the 80s. Here's him talking about the music of Chuck Berry.
If you want to play rock and roll or any upbeat number and you wanted to take a guitar ride, you would end up playing like Chuck, or what you learnt from Chuck, because there is very little actually other choice. There's not a lot of other ways to play rock and roll other than the way Chuck plays it. If you try to play, you know, all this stuff that's like I was doing, the double string stuff, it's really full, you know. And if you give me a break in a fast, you know, and I start playing single lines, it doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds thin or something, or too fiddly. Explain. Well, you know, like to go. It would be okay, but it wouldn't be as good as. Really, for me anyway. So he's really laid the law down for playing that kind of music.
There you go. Eric Clapton talking about the influence of Chuck Berry. So I hope you enjoy him. His songs are still fun and tremendous and influential, and it's important to look back at our great music artists from the past and look at the influence they've laid down, and perhaps some of you will be a great American music artist and have your own future as you continue. Okay, thanks for making it to music with Mr. Wright. We'll see you next time.